Hey, welcome back.
What's up, my people? How y'all doing today? What's up, guys? How y'all doing out there?
Hey, it is Cammy.
And your boy, Coach B.
We missed you guys. We have been going. We took a break after the first season. It was a wonderful, awesome first season, but we had to take a little break. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, Cammy herself, I needed some rest, y'all. We put in that work.
Listen, Coach B was still getting it though.
In the middle of the pandemic. Oh, were you? You throwing me under the bus?
I'm just saying. Welcome back.
No.
Welcome back, baby.
See, we ain't even gonna start on this. Okay, but hi everybody. We really missed y'all. So, the Millennial Empowerment Couple, we're back in the building. Okay.
That's so true.
We're still powering through. 2020 has been and what? I was gonna say amazing. I would say amazing, but also just like it has been an everything type of year. Everything, everywhere, sad, triumphant, celebratory, ever changing. It's just been one of those complex years. But I'm grateful to have this year. I'm still grateful to have this year through it all, and we're back.
Has been truly God-driven. Man.
Say that again. God-driven?
Man, God-driven.
It
It just has been truly protecting the black man, protecting the black woman, protecting our black children, and just really, it's kind of crazy because I got a sign that says that right now. I'm looking at it. Black Lives Matter. Shout out to that.
And that was from the protest. Let's go down the line. What happened? Like 2020 hit. I think the first blow, Kobe Bryant passed away.
Man.
I think we
I
talked
think we had
about
an
that one of
episode on
our
that, right?
earlier episodes too. Or it was on Instagram, one or the other. And then it was like literally, I feel like it was the next week or 2 weeks. That's when COVID really started hitting hard, and it was sort of like we weren't sure about this. Like, is this really happening? But then it started getting real when everything started shutting down, like weeks later. And then we had George Floyd, his murder, and Breonna Taylor, Ahmaud Arbery. It was just like back to back to back. Of course, there's so many more outside of those three, unfortunately. So we just had.
How was your feeling
movement
on that though? Like, tell me how your emotion was. I know, but how was the people might know? How did you really feel?
Well, how did you feel?
Dang, you just threw it back to me. Well,
you always try to throw it at me real quick.
Yeah, but I think I was a little afraid. Like I told my pastor about it. I was more just of what I may say. You got Cam and Coach B, you got Coach B and Powers, you got Mumbo Studio. So a lot of things that we was doing, I didn't want to overstep my boundaries by just being me, because the Coach B would have came out.
What
know
you
what I'm
mean?
saying?
You gotta be you. I don't get that. I don't know
when
about,
I say
I don't
that,
see.
that's why I'm talking about this. And the conversation really was like, you gotta remember, I'm not LeBron James. You gotta remember that I'm not. What's the guy that you really like? Stephen King. You gotta remember that you not some of those people.
You don't have to be LeBron James.
So
you can be you and be effective as we have been.
I agree, but I think that was the conversation was making sure I don't go all the way to the left, because I was really angry. I was really upset. I was really drained by some of the things that happened, and even in 2020. I mean, it really had you really like, like I said in the message, like the isolation really took you there. Like for real,
Yeah, it was everything. It was like with the isolation. Oh yeah, then we talk about that. The school shutting down. Well, everything shut down, but with school, then we went to straight up virtual learning, and it was a hot mess.
Crazy.
Man, talk about the isolation, pandemic, can't get out. You with 3 kids, you still got a work job, and I'm being in healthcare, dealing with the actual pandemic. People freaking out on you, crying, upset, angry, through virtual, medicine, I guess. And oh my goodness, dealing with spouse, just not getting your space.
Oh, okay.
Well, I mean, like, the relationship, it's like you can't even balance. So I think that's still something we're struggling with this 2020, trying to get back to us. Like, we're supposed to have a date night tomorrow, guys, but it's like, it's been a while.
And then you also
since date night, but we've done some things since we traveled, but so so we going down a list. But I guess you asked me about how I felt.
Yeah.
So I would say the biggest thing was just like anger, frustration, more anger, like literally feeling like I will burn this whole mother down. Like, I really, honestly, that's what I felt in my heart. So I guess I get it. I think the point you're trying to say is like, even though these feelings come up, we have to be rational, and maybe you're saying we're not like these celebrities, as in the fact that we don't have like millions of dollars to back us up if something goes under, if we lose our mind, and I mean lose our mind in the sense of like we just go all in like fighting or doing something. So I think with everything in rage, you should be able to have that moment, right? To be enraged, anger, frustrated, yelling, crying, whatever, sad or anything. But you have to pull it back and say, okay, what's the strategy now? What steps can I take now and do it in a more calculated way? So I guess if that's the point you were trying to say, I guess I get that point. So I had all those feelings. Anger was a big one though.
Did you learn anything from that though? I mean, because I think it was some positivity. I mean, and it is still positivity. So let's be. I was just talking about this. I think in the pandemic time, I think during this time, it has been some good things happening. Oh, yeah. It has been some phenomenal things that people have started businesses. Shout out to some of those people that started businesses. I know me and Cam has been speaking to a lot of people. Shout out to some couples out there that kind of build back their relationship back together during this time. Shout out to some of those teachers out there as an educator that have really been sticking it in day in and day out. Shout out to my parents out there. You know what I'm saying? Like just this whole time has showed you to appreciate an educator. If you have not, you appreciate them now. Definitely, I know you are. But also just as a parent, you really right now has been through the greatest divine I have seen. And I know you had slavery, everybody had their moment, but we in history right now, we about to take this with us. Like, we're a part of this history.
Yeah, this is our generation's movement. So it's like, for all those people would say, oh, I would have did this during slavery, or I would have did this during civil rights. Like, you don't got to predict or think about what you would have done back then. This is your time now. So whatever you're doing now is what you would have done if you weren't in bondage, in slavery. It is what you would have done if it had signs that said no colors allowed here. So, you know what I'm saying? This is your time now. That's time to think about it. So what are you doing? Are you just sitting back? Are you saying like, oh, what they doing? Are you just criticizing everybody? Are you getting your hands dirty and helping the way that you can help out? And it's so many different ways to help out, as we've addressed on previous podcasts. So, you don't have to be one thing. You can be whatever it is, as long as you're affecting your community in a positive way. So I like that part. And just with the positive parts, I think so many great positive things have come out of it. Everything you said completely, and people just getting back to themselves. I have noticed, like, within Black communities, a lot of people have gotten back to gardening and just like natural type of things and remedies, like taking it back like that. And I must say, and I was one of them. Well, actually, I already gardened, but I noticed just more people were inquiring about gardening and growing their own food, using their own resources a lot more. So I thought that was a beautiful thing, and hopefully it continues. And another thing that I've noticed, and I think we're going to bring this up later in the later podcast this season, is more people being, I guess, more aware of their gun rights. And saying, you know what, I need to utilize, my rights. I've seen a lot more Black women in particular getting trained, going to the gun range, getting trained, skilled in acquiring a weapon. And I personally think that's a great thing. Just to have personal protection, because you just don't know what's going on today, of course, with safety and, using your brain and learning the skill. But that's something we're going to talk about later on this season. So I think that's just an interesting thing. They said Black women were like the number one people that are getting gun licenses and weapons at this point.
No, it's true. I think I don't even want to talk about it too much, because I know the next episode we're going to talk about that. I think I'll be all day talking about that conversation. But I know I'm definitely now more want to be making sure that you're safety for your family. And I think you have to, in this predicament, in this way.
I feel like I had to pull you towards that.
Yeah.
Because I've been saying it for years.
Because I don't think you know your husband. I'm cray, I'm cray, okay? I don't think you realize, like, me with something else would be...
All right, Coach B, but I've been saying this for years. And
cray, that's all.
I switched my mind a long time ago about that, just because it's crazy out here. But we gonna have a whole episode on it. And we gonna get real about it.
Yeah, okay? We gotta keep real. Let's go back to Welcome Back. Let's keep it back to the Welcome Back.
So let's keep running down the year
to the Welcome Back. You know what I'm saying? The Welcome Back.
We were on fire. We had some awesome guests. That came on, and so many people that really reached out and said many of our episodes were just doing so much for them.
Yeah.
Any episode that was your favorite?
Well, actually, I really like, and shout out to we touched so many people that came on, just showed us much love, man. I want to say shout out to like the young lady who did the blogging. I thought she was fantastic. I think and I think also the young lady that we actually about to do with new process coming out with the HBC tour. HBCU thing that we're doing, but it's some people that I think everybody that came on was at the right time, gave good amount of information, and like even with Grant Bowen when he came in, he did that little presentation and that good conversation that he talked about as a business owner and as a speaker, as a motivator and stuff like that. And that was when it was getting heated. Like that's when that Black and White was talking. I was like, "Ooh, it's getting heated." Devin Turner. Oh man, that was good.
That was really empowering.
Yeah, that was good.
Because that was like literally, I think a week after we had March, we talked about social injustices. We had Miss Danielle come. Oh, you know what? That whole I guess, what was it? The spiritual wellness, physical wellness, and mental wellness. That whole segment that we did was amazing with Miss Danielle, and then we had Brian and Pastor E. So it was phenomenal. So many people said that series. That series that got our top listen views. I think just from that. I think people were really yearning for that during this pandemic. Just how to get their minds right. All together. So then we had so many entrepreneurs. We had our boy Ryan Lucas, Mr. Ryan Lucas, and I think his story was just so phenomenal with just how he came into music and how much he's grown. Then we had the Black Coffee family. We had Dr. Flavor on. We had so many people that were great, huh?
Yeah, we definitely did. And what's crazy? So this season gonna be phenomenal.
Oh yeah, we forgot about our bestie. What's our lawyer bestie?
Oh yeah.
Oh, that was an awesome
episode.
So many people
that was good.
got information on Ricardo about her.
But if you have not heard the episodes, man, make sure you go follow up and go hear them before we start the new season.
That's the great thing about a podcast. You know, it's always there on demand for you, baby. Just go back to the episodes and take a listen. It was a wonderful first season for it to be our first season. And we were just starting off, just getting a feel and taste. It was nice. I loved it. And we got like so much feedback. It was just like, I even empowered myself. I think that was the amazing thing about it. It's like, I'm empowering myself, talking to people or listening back or editing the podcast. It was amazing just to feel that growth. So we finished up around July, and I guess that's when we took our break.
Yeah, we did.
And baby, when we break, what we do?
We
break.
We break, okay? Well, we kept the motivation
we traveled,
going.
So we stayed on Instagram. We traveled to we had a birthday celebration in July, my sister's birthday, my boo-boo. So she turned her big 40, and we was turning up since then. Then I had my birthday right afterwards. And I got a nose piercing, y'all. Can you believe it? Yes! I was turning up. So I usually don't do a lot of things, but I'm like, wow. I stepped into.
You were scared. You were so scared.
I'm not scary.
You were so scared.
Whatever that means.
Okay.
But anyway, I stepped into like a newfound just feeling of myself, like, you know what, Camila? Be who you are. And if you want to do something, you go ahead and do it. Now, granted, I'm still a person, I always think about everybody else and think 5 steps forward, but I just was like, you know, I just have a newfound freedom. I guess that's what it is. Just being myself and being comfortable with my authentic self, because I know it's of God and I know I'm doing good things for other people, and I'm just starting to spread a little sprinkles on myself, you know? I give a lot of people sprinkles. I just add some sprinkles to myself, you know, and it feels good. A weight loss journey this summer too. I've been turning up, y'all. I've been doing good. Exercise group and been doing phenomenal, getting stronger. Just feeling pretty good. And then circled around, our anniversary came. Then we had 3 birthdays back to back.
Man, that was crazy.
Traveled to New Orleans, so we've been having a good time.
Traveled to New Orleans, went on a private boat sail. We've definitely been enjoying the moment, but we back in effect, you know.
But I do want to say one thing though, because we are saying like all the highlights, but there were some little lowlights in there too. To be honest and frank with you guys, that's true. And just to let you know that like things happen. We all struggle, because I've had lows there, I guess, with the isolation and stuff and being overworked and just feeling overwhelmed. I definitely felt like I had like anxiety and a little depression like creeping up on me, so I had to back that down, take rest. I think that was a part of my recuperation too, just resting and getting my thoughts back together and balancing out, especially with the new school year coming in virtual learning. So I think all those things helped me out. What do you think? Did you have low lights, some harder spots during this, last several months of this year?
Well, I think everybody probably had a little ups and downs, and I even seen some people working out. For me, it was more my low would be seeing you take care of patients that were sick during that COVID time, and just having that process of you coming home, taking off all your clothes and making sure that you're not bringing this out the house, and then you have to make some phone calls and things like that. It was kind of tough, you know what I'm saying? And so then switching from having a moment where you like, okay, you dad, then you the principal, then you teaching, then you doing. So it was so many different things. And the wifey goes into being the principal, being a teacher, then coming back trying to be a wife and trying to be a husband. So a lot of those things was really understandable for me. So it was really more like, well, I had to adapt because it wasn't a norm, but it's not no norm. So I was like, yo, listen, how can you get through this? Like, how can you persevere through this? And you on a break moment, but actually get better in your business. So I definitely was doing that part, and then also making sure that we connecting with other people and helping other, trying to grow different things. So I had ups and downs. Even with me and you had a little back and forth. You know what I'm saying? Just conversation that we was having.
That's one thing that we hadn't done like during this pandemic. I think we done it like twice. Is actually getting back to a counselor. So we're working on that though. We actually try to schedule that in the next month. Just just to speak. We're actually doing really good now, but it's good just to talk and just clear things and get your brain situated, because it's all just so trying for everybody. And I think
every couple,
one thing that
every couple should do that though. Every couple, I really truly believe every couple should go see a counselor personally, like we do. We do individually, and see a counselor as well for just your uplift and your knowledge that you need to have. So I definitely hats off to that. Like I really want to say that. Like, people, make sure you get counseling sessions. If you need someone, we attach that to you to go see a phenomenal woman that we feel she's really good. Yeah. Anything else that you felt that happened in this good season time?
No, I just enjoy catching everybody up. Let's talk about the new things.
The new thing. Woo woo.
We got season 2 for you, baby.
We here. Let's get it.
Let's do it. As you can see, I don't know if we had this the last time.
I think we did. No,
we might have at the end.
Yeah.
I don't know. But we got some new shirts, stand for something or fall for anything, baby.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
the pink look good on you too, girl.
Thank you.
Okay.
I
see you.
I got the limited edition pink one, guys.
I see you. You know what I'm saying? With my New Orleans Saints, gotta represent New Orleans Saints, you know what I'm saying? But,
and I think this represents sort of like what our second season is about.
Yeah.
So we're focusing on, it's still empowerment, baby, but it's the community.
Yeah.
And it's just so many things in the community that we want to spotlight, highlight, make you think about, get you empowered to work on and process through.
That's right.
We're gonna bring on some community leaders.
That's right.
And advocates to talk to us. We're gonna talk about voting. Of course, that's right. The hot ticket right now, baby. The election is in
coming up soon.
Less than 3 weeks, I guess.
Coming up soon. Check the podcast out when we release that one.
And we're gonna have we will have a podcast in regards to voting.
Yeah, that's gonna be
and of course the importance of that. But I'm sure y'all know that. But we're gonna key y'all in. We're gonna talk about it a little bit more. Because it's real in these streets. Okay?
Yeah.
Even if you are discouraged, I think that's one of the things too. We get so discouraged about things, especially when you know it's cheats. And that's the sad thing about America. Just to be frank, it's full of nothing but cheaters. They change the rules on you as soon as you figure it out. And so I think that's how they've done things against our communities or vulnerable communities like the Black community, Hispanic communities, Native American communities.
Talk about it.
Let's talk about it. Okay?
Talk about it.
We also going spotlight businesses. Y'all know we're gonna do that, baby. We did that all last season. So we
ain't stopping. So make sure
we're gonna throw some more Black business in.
We
there,
have
baby.
to.
We always gonna love on our Black business.
Sprinkles.
Yes.
The season,
and then we also have plan on giving you some resources for families to prep during this, pandemic or whatever may come with this upcoming election. Who knows what might pop off. So we have tips to prep for all these things.
We also I think we talking about history lessons. We talking about our own history lesson. We going to the sports avenue about kids are not playing sports right now, just in the community, what kind of resources we can bring to them. Why they not playing. So we got a couple of things we're doing, the mentoring, the college mentoring thing that we're doing.
We have a virtual college forum that we're putting together
right
in the upcoming new year. So we're going to give you some more information on that. So we're really excited, guys.
I'm excited.
We have a lot to bring to you. So tell your mama, tell your auntie, your uncle, your cousin and them, your cousin, your friends, tell everybody to come through. And then you can also give us, hit us on the side through our DMs on IG, and let us know if there's anything that you want to discuss or any people you want to be spotlighted, highlighted on the podcast, so we can consider them because we love this community thing, and the feedback that we've been getting has been amazing once again. So we want to shout all of our listeners out.
All our sponsors that's trying to reach us, we're going to show them love.
And then guess what? We've spotting out people from everywhere because our podcast is international, baby, okay?
What?
I don't know if we mentioned that before, but we have people in France and in the UK,
Won't
baby.
God do it? Won't he do it? Won't he do it? What he do?
We got them in Canada. My goodness. And then I saw an Asian country somewhere. I got to look that up again. I can't quite remember, but it's some other countries as well. But it's just like amazing to see that and just wonder what they think about the American aspect, or wondering if they're American. I just don't know.
Well,
but y'all have our Instagram page, Cammy and Coach B.
Yeah.
Come through, reach out. Let us know who you are. We love to know who our listeners are and what you come with or what you want to hear.
Again, y'all, this your boy Coach B.
Hey, I guess we're signing out. It's Cammy.
Hey, man, we appreciate you guys. See you soon.
Yep, and we look forward to the season. We're going to turn it up. We look forward to turning it up with you. All right, peace out.